Always just looking crazy, but hey, that's just me at this point. Hi there, Bastian here. If you know me, you know that I have weird dreams. Very in-depth and sometimes very bizarre dreams. I keep a dream journal. I have this. Don't let your dreams be dreams! Every year I do a bullet journal. This one, I wrote down a bunch of dreams and I have tagged off the ones that we are going to touch on today. We're all just part of a hamburger. These are all dreams that I have had in the past 3 years. Some of them, we're just gonna do snippets because they're not altogether interesting. Because, okay, I'll just show you a for instance. The first dream I have written in here is a full page. Okay, on August 25th, I had half a page, full page, half a page. Dream number 2 was almost a full page. So my dreams are very in-depth. And I don't know why I'm able to remember as much as I am. It's very weird to me too. And I promise I'm not lying and making stuff up because that would just be stupid and pointless. Let's just start where I started marking these. I got little kitty cat marker things. Dramatic readings of my dreams. I was trying to get to high school from my house and decided a bus was the best way. I found a huge double-decker bus going that way. It took up both lanes on the road. I went to the bottom floor, which somehow you get onto the bus on the top floor. But I sit and watch out the window. Everyone gets off the bus, aside from 4 or 5 guys in the back in blue jumpsuit things with name patches like mechanics. The dream seems to focus on their body proportions and one really fat guy. One guy lays down in the middle aisle thing in the bus and tells another guy to let him do naughty things to him. He then explains he isn't gay, he just wants to do naughty things. I butt in and tell him that that does, in fact, make him gay. Everyone fights, and the fat guy falls over and ends up upside down and too fat to get up. And I wake up as I'm screaming at the guy, telling him he's gay. I'm just going to talk about a snippet of this dream because it's weird. So I guess we were at the mall, and there was this challenge going on in front of one of the stores. You had to catch a coin hanging from a string, but you could only use your mouth. So the person I was with did, and his prize was a picture with the store owner. The person I was with sat down next to me, but since I didn't win the challenge, I couldn't be in the picture. Instead of asking me to move, the guy stood in front of me, crouched down, and put his head right in front of my face. Like, I could feel his hair on my nose. And then I said, it was weird. Okay, this is the last one in this journal, because this journal is a little newer. It starts at the very bottom of this page here. 2 pages full. Another page full, and almost half a page. So this was almost 3.5 pages long. I'm just going to read a snippet. So the gist was that I joined the military with my husband. So I went to look for my husband. I found him sitting at this cafeteria table, so I sat down across from him and started telling him about how we needed to be in the Air Force instead. As we were sitting there, it was like his body was morphing, and he kept saying he couldn't because he was too fat. And he just started getting bigger and bigger, and I was like, stop eating! I ended up getting up and running away, and my real husband came out, and he was standing in the hallway, and I was running toward him to hug him. But as I got to him, his head got cut off. Let's see, I'm just gonna do a snippet of this one. Apparently I decided to run away, and I found a sad Grimer, the Pokemon. He was sad because he was gross, and he wanted to smell nice. I told him I would help him. Somehow we ended up in a car chase, but it was on weird pavement, and my car wouldn't go very fast, so we got out and ran. And we ended up in this big crowded building, and we were running upstairs and trying to get lost in the crowd, but Grimer was too big. So I'm just gonna tell you the spark notes of this dream. I have a lot of dreams about being stuck in high school again. So this dream was basically about a food class where one of our assignments was to bring in a cake because we were gonna have a cake eating contest and see who could eat the most cake. I also have a lot of dreams about my old job at Walmart. My high school in my dream was connected to Walmart. I left my cake in the break room and somebody ate it and I was very upset. And my teacher said I couldn't make up the grade because I would have to do too many assignments. Why do I have these weird high school dreams? Does anybody else have high school dreams? I'm 33 years old. I shouldn't be having dreams about high school still. I looked out the window and there was this huge black metal thing rolling down the street. It was like a tank, but the only feature on the outside was a huge gun barrel. I was confused, and so was my friend. Then dream logic, suddenly I knew it was Trump. On TV, it was talking about what was going on. This gun was an updated version of the Paris gun. If you don't know what the Paris gun is, just look it up because it's really interesting. Interesting, and me and the bear actually did a video on it, so check that out. He decided to practice shooting it by just tilting it to aim at the ground around this mansion. He fired a few times and slowly that side of the mansion started crumbling and falling. I guess he also hit some water pipes because the first floor started filling up with water. Trump got out to look at it while people started running away. I guess a lot of people lived there because people were trying to save their stuff. I ran to go try to save my stuff too. I ran back in, and Trump was standing near the bottom of the stairs. I didn't realize how bad the damage was yet. Trump told me I couldn't go get my stuff, and if I went up the stairs I was going to prison because it meant I was going against him and I was un-American. He kept denying causing this and saying that there was nothing wrong. Okay, so apparently I was in a lot of pain and I couldn't go to school. Again, high school dream. My mom helped me to this weird medical room in the high school, I guess, on like a gross bloody gurney thing, and I laid down for an x-ray. The doctor confirmed that I had a ruptured uterus. Then the dream became third person and I had become a bear. I was still stuck to the bed and someone wheeled me into this big room with other empty beds, and it felt like the other people had been eaten. A pack of wild wolves was walking around sniffing me. They were about to eat me, but I got them to run off and I escaped into the building through some glass doors. A goose, who I guess was my friend, was following me. That's the end of that dream. For a little while I had a recurring dream about the stove catching on fire because if you've watched my videos, you know for some reason I'm scared of stoves. That happened in the stream, but that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is these two guys came into my house who were both super tall and manager-like. I was sitting in a big pink Powerpuff Girls shirt, and my husband was just in underwear and a jacket. We were talking to the guys, and they were coaching us on how to eat stuff. I'm not sure what the point was, but they were eating little sandwiches, and then they left. This was just a weird tidbit that happened in one of the dreams. I was with somebody who was apparently a good friend in my dream, and he just happened to be a black guy. My dreams had weird stereotypes for people, so I asked him why most black people had a stage in their living room. Okay. And he laughed and decided to show me. He played some popular song by a white person, and then made it into his own version. And it was pretty cool, and I thought it was pretty cool. He said, apparently all black people like making music that white people sing and making it into music that a black person sang. Alright, in this dream we were in some water. There was a shark in this shallow water, and my mom freaked out and ran away, but I figured the shark would like my shoes, so I would be safe. My best friend and I had a pet tiger on a leash, and we were trying to make it get into the back of my car. That one. Okay, this is just a weird comment that I put in here. I was trying to find my mom, so I called Walmart. They told me that I had the wrong number and I have to call a Walmart in another state. I corrected her, but she said that my mom stole a little wooden Viking ship. That's it. I was standing outside with this girl. This naked guy comes up and tries to start doing things with the girl that I'm with. So I beat him up with my backpack. He fell over backwards on a bench, and I dumped a bunch of sour cream on him. We were having a Christmas gathering at a weird-looking house. My brother ran into the backyard, throwing poop everywhere. I went in to change and I was really mad, but he came in to make me feel better and explain that it was fake poop. It just smelled like real poop. This is an instance where my dreams just made up something really funny, embarrassing, and stupid. My toaster broke and cooked a piece of toast too long. It was smoking and almost on fire. I unplugged it and put it outside, then dropped a cup of water on it. I didn't know if that was enough to put it out, so I ran to the kitchen to get more water. Right then, a neighbor was coming home. He sat his groceries on the ground in front of my apartment and took the toaster to the dumpster for me. When I opened the door and just saw the bags, I thought maybe I just forgot and put the toaster in a bag. So I dumped water in his groceries. I saw him out of the corner of my eye, realized what happened, and couldn't decide if I should just shut the door and hide, or if I should apologize because I thought I looked really stupid. So this guy tries to help me by taking my dead, nasty toaster and throwing it into the dumpster. And I just doused all his groceries with a cup of water. How do you get secondhand embarrassment from a dream? Oh, in this dream I found out that Grumpy Cat was actually murdered and I was investigating it. It was my first time getting high. I was with 2 girls who convinced me to do it. So we were smoking and I didn't feel anything. I asked them how I would know when I was high, and one girl said, "You're high when you want to kiss me." She leaned into me. I was so shocked I couldn't form words. I leaned back and stammered, then finally yelled out, "No! Husband!" Apparently in this dream I was a little kid. I was with a bunch of other kids and we were all kind of getting abducted. But the person abducting me was like the dumb one. Like, you know, in movies when you have like the people who are like the bad people and there's like the smart one and the dumb one. I was with the dumb one. We walked by this mini helicopter. Since he was the dumb one, I took a chance in assuming he wasn't allowed to fly the helicopter. I was right, because he admitted they never let him. I kept admiring it and he kept pleading with me to just go inside the building. I told him he should give me a ride. Finally he agreed. It was a gyrocopter. It was a 2-seater, but the passenger seat was literally a plastic basket bolted to the bottom of the copter. I immediately regretted it, and I freaked out when he took off. As I was waking up from this, I woke up physically yelling, "Too high! Too high!" Okay, good lord. This is a good one. This one might be my favorite dream I've ever had, alright? Me and my husband were in the drive-thru at Taco Bell. The menu was weird and some of the meals were renamed, but we eventually ordered everything we wanted. When we pulled up to the window, the dream went into kind of a third person, and I knew what was going on inside of the store. The manager told the guy at the window to hand us a pack of cigarettes, then run out to his car, drive up behind us, and honk a few times, then try to call us and ask us about our order. So he did that, and we were both so confused. I answered his call and he said our pizza was almost ready, so I thanked him and hung up. I looked over and asked Brad if we ordered a pizza, and he said he thought we did. I was so confused for a minute. Then I looked over and asked, "Are we high?" Oh, this is a good one too. I have to read you the whole one of this one too because it's so so like specific in weird ways. In my dream I was scrolling through Reddit. I came to a post asking advice about a tie. The guy had a tie with diamonds on one side and hearts on the other. He was a little disheveled from work but wanted to go to the casino for a bit with his favorite suit showing on the tie, which was diamonds. He posted a picture asking if he could get away with adjusting the tie or if he should retie it again. He said he was tired and didn't feel like retying the tie. All the comments were about how he should toss the whole tie and get a new one with the superior suit on it, spades. One comment even had a link to an imager picture of Jabberjaw wearing a collar with a spade on it. And all I could think in the dream was, I wonder if that idiot searched through all kinds of images to find one of that stupid shark wearing a spades collar. Jabberjaw? Come on, why? This person I was friends with somehow got something shoved up his butt, and it gave him a cut that needed stitches, but he was afraid he was going to go to jail. It was very funny, apparently. He wanted me to sew it up for him. I was freaking out that I didn't have a curved needle, like that was the problem, but I said I would do it. I was procrastinating, hoping that he would just decide to go to the hospital. For a little while, I had the habit of waking up in the middle of the night and texting myself my dreams. This one I wrote down word for word because I don't remember the dream and I have no idea what this meant. We were at my brother's old farmhouse loading a trailer and my mom it says, "Mom leaves, goes inside crying. Old gnome guy in bathroom with pained face like breakfast." What did I mean? Oh, my omelet. I'm gonna cry. I saw this girl's art that I was with, and I wrote on one of her pictures, "I am your birth mother. If I knew you were so good at art, I wouldn't have given you up at birth." Okay, I'm crying. In this dream, I was outside somewhere near a Walmart, and I found this little sickly guy. I guess he was like homeless or something. I wanted to help him, so I picked him up and I carried him to the Walmart so that I could get him some food. When I got there was this other guy, and he helped me find him a place to sit and gave him some meat sticks to eat. When the guy seemed to gain a little strength, the other guy started talking to him, and I was just listening. But he starts talking crazy, like saying he's killed people and stuff. I gave the other guy helping me a look like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know he was crazy," and I kind of scooted away to go find my family. Left this guy with this crazy murderer. I was apparently a pregnant lady, and there was this guy that was like a giant muscly version of Danny Devito. He was after me and a bunch of other pregnant women. He was convinced that all the unborn babies were his, and he wanted to steal them and sell them. He was luring all the women to his big backyard by telling them he was teaching birthing classes. I found out what he was doing, and I was trying to tell the other women, so Danny and his weird ape girl sidekick started chasing me. I hid behind a bush in another yard, but they found me. When I was trying to run again, Danny grabs me and threw me over his shoulder and carried me to the yard. At some point, I was trying to hide in this yard with a bunch of people having a pool party. Muscle Danny Devito and his ape girl sidekick. This guy used to pick up a pickup line on me in one of my dreams. He said, "You got 2 parents and a kid, but you look put together emotionally." What kind of pickup line is that? Oh, and this one was weird. Like, it felt grainy, like it was like an actual movie or something that was happening. I was this little boy, and my dad was in prison. I was visiting him, and I was really mad because I found out he used all the money in his account that I needed to help my little sister with her medicine or something. I went in and I was yelling at him, but he was trying to blame someone else, even though I knew he did it himself. And he bought drugs, and that's why he was in jail, I guess. It made me so mad that I fell down and I hurt myself. It was so weird though, because like, I didn't know anybody in the dream. I was like a little kid, but not me as a little kid. I was some other little kid, and the guy in jail that was my dad was some other person, and it was very interesting. Before I tell you the last dream that I wrote down, I want to tell you a story about a dream that I had that I didn't write down because it was so long ago. My parents used to TVR shows for us to watch while we ate dinner. They were recording Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Everybody else was out of the room. I was taking a nap on the couch. So I was sleeping while Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was on TV. And in the dream, I was dreaming about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And there was this lady, and she had a bunch of kids with her on the stage while she was sitting in the seat trying to answer questions, and they were like bugging her while she was talking, and so that happened. I woke up later on, we ate dinner, and as we were eating dinner, we were watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. The questions were happening, and I got like the first 5 questions right, and my mom was like, "How do you know?" And I was like, "I had a dream about this." And then my mom and my dad both started laughing and realized that the dream was what was going on, but it was really what was happening on the TV, and I could hear it in my dream. It was very weird. Has anybody else had that happen where like you dream about something that's happening and then like you wake up and the thing happens and you're like, whoa, I dreamt and that happened? Sounds seeping into dreams. This one is similar. This was physical things seeping into dreams. In this dream I found this big brown centipede, like something that would be on Brave Wilderness or something, but like Coyote Peterson is gonna just let him sting him. So I picked it up and it curled around my wrist in the dream and it was about to sting me on my hand. I woke up, and as I was waking up, my daughter was poking me in the hand with the back of a candy cane because she wanted me to open it. And I kind of freaked out when I woke up because I thought the centipede was stinging my hand. I'm going to tell you guys a dream that I had that for some reason I can't find written down anywhere. It is the all-time most ridiculous dream I have ever had. Trigger warning for body dysmorphia and not suitable for young people. I had a dream that I went to like the mall or something, and I walked into the bathroom and there was this very large lady, but all of her proportions were normal. I mean, she was just like plump, and one of her legs was deformed, and it was like when she was born, her leg stayed the same size her entire life, so she had a baby leg. This lady was in the bathroom and she had a baby leg. And I walked in on the scene. She is sitting down and this other lady is laying on the floor, spread eagle. And first, the baby leg lady is using her baby leg as a dildo. On the other lady. How does the brain come up with that? What is that? Baby leg. I need to go. That was my dreams. Please tell me your dreams in the comments. Subscribe to me if you want to. I put out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Wednesday are like reaction videos, Saturday are art videos. If you like me, like this video. If you don't like me, leave a hate comment. I'll put all my social media stuff in the description box down below. I'm gonna go take a cold shower or something. I love you. Bye.